Welcome to my B&B Today's Show channel. I hope today fantastic for everyone. Please hit the subscribes button and give this video thumbs up. As Hope selects Liam, Daphne pounces on Carter, who is devastated. When Carter overhears Hope pledge her future to dying Liam, Daphne Rose seizes her chance with the devastated COO. But as Daphne strategically positions herself as Carter's shoulder to cry on, her true intentions remain murky, setting up a shocking new love triangle when Hope eventually follows Liam's advice to reunite with Carter. The bold and beautiful Daphne pounces on heartbroken Carter as Hope chooses Liam. When Carter overhears Hope pledge her future to dying Liam, Daphne Rose seizes her chance with the devastated COO. But as Daphne strategically positions herself as Carter's shoulder to cry on, her true intentions remain murky, setting up a shocking new love triangle when Hope eventually follows Liam's advice to reunite with Carter. Daphne's perfect timing. The bold move to snag Carter when he's at his lowest. If there's one thing soap villains know how to do, it's strike when the iron is hot, or in Daphne Rose's case, when a man's heart is shattered into a million tiny pieces. Next week on The Bold and the Beautiful, we're about to witness what might be the most calculating romantic move in recent B&B history. And trust me, I've seen plenty of schemes over the years. Carter's worst nightmare becomes reality. Here's what's going down. Carter Walton is about to have his heart completely demolished when he overhears Hope Logan pledging her future to Liam Spencer. Poor Carter. The man can't catch a break in the romance department. First Quinn, then the mess with Katie, and now Hope slipping through his fingers just when he thought they might have a real shot. But here's the kicker: Hope has no idea that Carter is listening in when she tells Liam she wants to focus on another chapter together. Carter, on the other hand, has no idea that Liam has a fatal brain tumor. Talk about tragic miscommunication. The scene is reportedly set to air midweek, around May 14th to 15th, and my sources tell me that Lawrence St. Victor delivers an absolutely gut-wrenching performance. You'll need tissues, folks. Lots of tissues. Daphne swoops in like a designer-clad vulture. While Carter's picking up the pieces of his broken heart, guess who's right there? Ready with emotional superglue and not-so-subtle suggestions that they should be together. You guessed it, Daphne Rose. I've been watching Daphne since she arrived on canvas, and let me tell you, this woman has the timing of a Swiss watch. The second Carter's world implodes, she's there to comfort him with those perfectly timed touches and meaningful glances. You need to move on, she'll urge him, according to my sources. Hope's made her choice. But I'm right here. Is it just me? Or does anyone else smell opportunism wafting through the air like an overpowering perfume? But what are Daphne's true intentions? Here's where things get really juicy. What exactly is Daphne's endgame? Let's not forget that Daphne didn't just randomly appear in LA. She arrived with connections to Steffy Forrester, and longtime viewers know that anything connected to Steffy usually spells trouble for any Logan woman's happiness. Several behind-the-scenes sources have hinted that Daphne's pursuit of Carter might be more strategic than romantic. Is she genuinely falling for the gorgeous COO? Or is this all part of some master plan to drive a permanent wedge between Carter and Hope? Muriel Hilaire is playing these scenes with just enough ambiguity that you're never quite sure if Daphne's heartfelt consolations are genuine, or if she's internally doing a victory dance. One thing's for sure: the chemistry between Carter and Daphne is off the charts. Whether it's born from manipulation or real feelings, these two are about to steam up your screens. The most ironic twist of all. Now here's where the B&B writers are proving they're at the top of their game. While Daphne is convincing Carter to move on from Hope, Liam is actually encouraging Hope to pursue a future with Carter after he's gone. That's right, at the exact same time Carter is being pushed away from Hope, Liam is trying to push Hope back toward Carter. Spoilers for next week reveal that despite Hope's attempts to focus on spending whatever time Liam has left together, he'll deliver a heartfelt plea steering her back toward Carter romantically. Hope and Carter could truly live happily ever after Liam's death. The tragic irony is absolutely delicious. By the time Hope finally listens to Liam's advice, Carter may have already fallen into Daphne's waiting arms. Fans are already divided. The B&B fandom is absolutely erupting over this storyline. Team Darter, that's Daphne plus Carter for those not up on their soap couple nicknames, is already forming, with many viewers feeling Carter deserves someone who puts him first for a change. After years of being everyone's second choice, maybe Carter needs someone who actually wants him, tweeted one fan yesterday. Others aren't buying Daphne's sudden interest in Carter. She's obviously using him to get ahead at Forrester, wrote another viewer. Nobody falls in love that conveniently. I've been following this show for over 2 decades, and I cannot remember the last time a potential couple generated this much heated debate before they've even shared their first kiss. What happens next will shock everyone. So what can we anticipate over the next few weeks? My prediction is that Carter will initially resist Daphne's advances, still nursing hopes for reconciliation with Hope. But eventually Daphne's persistence will wear down his defenses. Just as Carter and Daphne reach a pivotal moment in their relationship, perhaps even their first real passionate kiss, that's exactly when Hope will walk in, newly enlightened by Liam's advice and ready to give Carter another chance. The look on Hope's face when she sees them together? Emmy-worthy material for Annika Noel guaranteed. But here's the million-dollar question that has me losing sleep. Will Daphne's feelings for Carter evolve into something real? Or is she just playing the long game for some ulterior motive we haven't even discovered yet? The most interesting villains are always the ones who start believing their own lies. Could Daphne actually fall for Carter for real, even if that wasn't her original intention? One thing's for sure, next week's episodes are not to be missed. Clear your schedule, charge your DVR, and stock up on wine and tissues. The emotional roller coaster is about to leave the station. Carter's worst nightmare, Steffy torn Liam's plea to Hope. Steffy Forrester is divided, and the bold and the beautiful reveals that Carter Walton will face his worst nightmare. The CBS soap will see a lot of action because Liam Spencer will also plead with Hope. Logan will bring some strong emotions for Liam and Bill Spencer as they fix their broken bond. Bill and Liam will trade apologies following their face-off at the Spencer mansion, but Liam won't come clean about his terminal diagnosis. As a result, Bill will keep right on believing Liam's got a long life ahead, and will make a prediction about his son leading Spencer Publications into the future. Liam's heart will break all over again as Hope summons him to discuss her regrets. Hope will ultimately let Liam know she wants to focus on another chapter together since she'll be tired of wasting time. Hope won't fill Liam in on her conversation with Steffy, who went behind Liam's back to reveal that he's dying. However, there may come a point when Liam has some suspicion since Hope's behavior is suddenly changing. Regardless, Carter will become an eavesdropper and face his worst nightmare when he listens to Hope pledge her future to Liam. Daphne Rose will hope this serves as a wake-up call for Carter and convinces him to move on with her. While Daphne pounces on Carter following his heartbreaking blow, Steffy will have to deal with more Luna drama at the Cliff House. Luna ambushed John Finnegan there, but he'll join Steffy in standing against Luna and her surprise visit. Steffy will discuss what she did with Finn and Taylor Hayes after Luna is kicked out and things settle down. Taylor will apparently be brought in the loop on Liam's brain tumor, and the fact that Steffy just blabbed to Hope. Of course, Finn and Taylor will totally support Steffy's choice to defy Liam and tell Hope what was going on. As Beth Spencer's Jordan Grace mother, Hope had a right to know. Even so, B&B say Steffy will be a little torn over taking away Liam's sense of control in this department. Despite Hope's attempt to concentrate on Liam and spend whatever time he has left together, he'll deliver a plea to steer her back toward Carter romantically. Liam will think there's still a chance for Hope and Carter to live happily ever after once he's gone. At one point, Liam will even push Finn to help Hope and Steffy make peace if he doesn't live long enough to pull that off. Steffy and Hope will already show signs of an improved relationship due to Liam's illness. It won't be long until Steffy works out an arrangement for Hope to come back to Forrester Creations and presumably revive Hope for the future. Hope's career will be looking up, but what about her personal life? Just when Hope is perhaps ready to take Liam's advice and reunite with Carter, she may see that he's already moved on with Daphne. It's easy to imagine Hope walking in on Carter and Daphne in a sizzling moment together, so it may be her turn to face a crushing blow of her own. Hope will surely need a confidant sooner or later, so will she spill Liam's brain tumor news to Brooke Logan and offer updates on her messy love life developments? In the glamorous, emotionally charged world of the bold and the beautiful, timing isn't just everything, it's currency. And Daphne Rose, a rising power player with ice in her veins and designer stilettos on her feet, knows exactly how to spend it. As the sun sets on Carter Walton's latest brush with potential happiness, Daphne seizes her moment like a panther waiting in the wings, pouncing when the prey is weakest. when Carter's heart is shattered beyond recognition after overhearing Hope Logan pledge her future not to him, but to a dying Liam Spencer. The event unfolds with heartbreak that breaks your heart. Carter, ever the romantic underdog of Los Angeles, stumbles upon the conversation not meant for his ears, a private, emotional exchange in which Hope, trying to do the right thing, chooses loyalty and compassion over burgeoning love. She chooses Liam. Unbeknownst to her, Carter stands frozen just around the corner, his breath caught, the world tilting beneath his feet as Hope gently tells Liam that she's ready to spend the rest of his days with him, whatever that means, wherever it leads. Liam, harboring a secret terminal diagnosis, watches her with moist eyes, desperate to freeze this moment in time, a final piece before the end. But what Hope doesn't realize is that the cost of her decision is paid not only by her own heart, but by Carter's. And in that exact instant, Carter's world collapses. The brief dream of a future with Hope, the one woman who made him believe in second chances, evaporates like perfume in the LA breeze. And right there, right on cue, enters Daphne. Beautiful. Calculated. Watching from afar until now, she approaches Carter with that exact mixture of concern and seduction, cloaked in empathy but sharpened with intent. She doesn't pounce with passion. No, Daphne pounces with patience. Her hand brushes against his arm, her voice is soft but unshaking. She made her choice, Carter. Maybe it's time you make yours. And so begins a psychological and emotional triangle, unlike anything B&B fans have seen in recent years. To understand the full weight of this storyline, one must look at Carter's tragic arc, the romantic loyalist forever sidelined. First there was Maya, then the Quinn chaos, Katie's cold feet, Zoe's betrayal, Paris' ambivalence. And now, just when the stars seem to be aligning with Hope, they combust into a cruel nova. Carter, the dashing COO with the body of a god and the soul of a poet, remains the man every woman wants, until commitment is on the table. And as he reels from this latest blow, Daphne is quick to offer what Carter's never truly had, someone who claims to put him first. But Daphne's timing is almost too perfect, her sympathy just a shade too performative, and her interest in Carter increasingly suspicious. Viewers, seasoned veterans of soapy deception, smell manipulation brewing beneath every comforting word she offers. And for good reason. Daphne's entrance into Forrester Creations was never about dresses. She's connected to Steffy, her past entwined with Forrester business secrets, and her ambition thicker than mascara. From the beginning, she's made herself indispensable without revealing her hand. A glance here, a meeting over lunch there. A subtle mention of Carter's loneliness in the break room. A feigned innocent question about his relationship status at a board meeting. All while circling closer, tighter, like a beautiful serpent preparing for a constriction. Meanwhile, the tragic irony building in the background is almost Shakespearean. Because even as Carter is pushed away by Hope's silent heartbreak, Liam is working behind the scenes selflessly and painfully to do what he believes is right for Hope's future. Knowing death is closing in on him with cruel finality, Liam urges Hope not to live in mourning, but to embrace life after he's gone. And who does he suggest? Carter Walton is the only one. The same Carter who, at this very moment, is crumbling. Liam, in a rare moment of clarity and maturity, believes Hope and Carter are meant for each other, the logical, emotionally healthy path forward after his death. But by the time Hope begins to consider his words and feels ready to circle back to the man who once made her smile in a way Thomas never could, Carter may no longer be available. Because Daphne is not just patient, she is persistent. She doesn't leap into Carter's bed in one night. She nurtures. She listens. She makes herself irreplaceable. At first, Carter resists. He's too heartbroken, too loyal. He clings to the notion that Hope might return, might realize her mistake. But Daphne is steady. She's at his side every day. Coffee at the office. A late-night dinner when he's too tired to go home. A shoulder to cry on, one that always smells like the expensive fragrance of calculated success. Slowly, her presence stops feeling like comfort and starts feeling like companionship. What's especially rich in dramatic complexity is the duality of Daphne's character. Played with delicious ambiguity by Muriel Hilaire, Daphne doesn't tip her hand. Is she genuinely falling for Carter, caught off guard by real emotion? Or is she simply executing a long con possibly orchestrated by Steffy or driven by motives not yet revealed, to sabotage Hope from within? Maybe Daphne wants more than love. She might want power, position, leverage. After all, Carter is COO of a billion-dollar company. A partnership with him offers prestige, protection, and proximity to influence. But what if, just maybe, Daphne begins to believe the lies she tells herself? The best soap villains are never pure evil. They're layered, human, vulnerable, capable of falling in love with their mark. And therein lies the true genius of this story arc. Because as Daphne gently leads Carter out of the ashes, she too begins to change. But the real earthquake is still ahead. Because just as Carter lets down his walls, just as he kisses Daphne for the first time, maybe even takes her home after one too many lonely nights, that's when Hope walks in. Hope, emboldened by Liam's blessing, her grief converted into courage, arrives to tell Carter she wants another shot. The love triangle spins into chaos. Hope is stunned. Carter is speechless. Daphne, standing beside him with post-kiss lipstick, gives Hope the faintest smile, part pity, part triumph. It's not a moment of rage. It's worse. It's subtle, cold, controlled. The air is thick with betrayal, but the lines of loyalty are blurred. Who betrayed whom? Hope left first. Carter moved on. Daphne was just present. The repercussions will be enormous. Hope, devastated, will question everything. Her decision to choose Liam, her inability to trust her own heart, and her recurring fear that every man she loves leaves her for someone else. Carter, caught between two women for the first time in his life, is forced to confront what he truly wants, the woman who always doubted him, or the one who arrived when he was broken and built him back up. And Daphne? Daphne becomes the lightning rod. Fans will be polarized. Social media will explode. Team Darter will rise, fueled by the belief that Carter deserves love that doesn't waver. Daphne is a manipulator, according to Team Harder, and Carter ought to be with someone who saw his heart before it broke. And the wild card in all this? Steffy. Sources say Steffy will quietly question Daphne's motives, especially as Hope's return to Forrester Creations forces everyone into close quarters. Daphne's promotion, possibly secured by her new relationship, will only fuel suspicion. And when Taylor, Finn, and Steffy all learn of Liam's terminal condition, the entire family dynamic shifts. Hope and Steffy begin to reconcile, united by grief and mutual love for Liam. But Daphne? She remains outside the family circle, watching, calculating, waiting for her next move. Amid all this, Bill Spencer and Liam begin repairing their broken father-son bond. But Liam refuses to reveal his diagnosis, believing the truth would only cause more pain. He makes amends, speaks of the future with hollow optimism, and keeps pushing Hope toward Carter, unaware of what he's setting in motion. In the belief that it is his last duty to ensure Hope's happiness, Liam may attempt to intervene when he discovers that Daphne and Carter are involved. Whether that means sabotaging Daphne or confronting Carter remains to be seen. But one thing's for certain. No matter what Liam does, his final weeks will be spent watching the people he loves struggle with decisions he tried to make easier and possibly making them harder. In the weeks ahead, we'll see romantic reversals, whispered betrayals, and emotional reckonings. Daphne may face her own crossroads, double down on deception, or open her heart for real. Carter may be forced to choose not between two women, but between two versions of himself, the wounded loyalist or the bold risk-taker. And Hope, reeling from the sight of Carter with someone else, may spiral into grief, not just over Liam's impending death, but over her own inability to hold on to love when it matters most. With every episode, the line between love and manipulation will blur. Loyalties will shift. Fans will scream. And in the glittering chaos of Forrester Creations, one thing will remain clear. Daphne didn't just pounce on Carter, she redefined the game. And no one, not Carter, not Hope, not even Liam, saw it coming.